A very warm welcome to all of you. In this video, we will be covering a concept related to pro rata issue of shares as a part of corporate accounting. Before we proceed on to what do you mean by pro rata, we shall try and understand what do you mean by pro rata allotment, what are the different conditions of pro rata allotment, and when is a pro rata allotment done, which would enhance us to understand the problem on pro rata issue of shares and its journal entries better. So to proceed with, we shall first, in order to understand pro rata issue of shares, we shall first understand what do you mean by oversubscription of shares. Now, what is oversubscription of shares is when a company applies or issues shares to the public and the public have applied for the more number of shares than the company has demanded for, we call that particular situation as oversubscription of shares. We shall try and explain and understand what is oversubscription with a small example. Now, let's say ITC company issues 10,000 shares at 10,000 shares to the public. Now, since the financial ability of the company is good and the reputation of ITC company is good and it's a well diversified company, let's say the public have applied for 15,000 shares. So this particular concept is called as oversubscription of shares because the company has demanded for only 10,000 shares. But how much has the public applied for? The public have applied for 15,000 shares, which means the company has received 5,000 shares additional to the actual number of shares that are required. So these 5,000 shares that are additionally applied by the public for subscription is called oversubscription of shares. And please note, oversubscription of shares does not happen in all cases. It happens only in case of companies which are financially strong and has a good reputation in the market, or the company should be well known for paying dividends to its equity shareholders on a constant basis throughout for a longer number of years. So only then oversubscription of shares is possible in the market. So that thus this oversubscription of shares becomes the underlying rule in order to understand what is pro rata allotment and why is it necessary. Now, when the shares are oversubscribed, it is not always possible for a company to allot each and every oversubscribed shares to the public, because the company also has to meet its own requirement and also has to allot the oversubscribed shares in a better possible proper manner. Therefore, the company has three alternatives available with them. The first alternative would be to accept some of the applications that were oversubscribed in full and reject the other in total. Secondly, to make a pro rata allotment, and third is to adopt a strategy of rejecting fully or to make a pro rata allotment. So with this, we shall try and understand. Hope you all understood what is oversubscription of shares. We shall now move on and understand what is pro rata issue of shares. Now, pro rata issue of shares is a part or comes into picture only when the shares are oversubscribed by the public for a particular company. Now, in case of oversubscription or pro rata allotment, especially, what happens is the company has to allot the shares in proportion to the shares that were applied for. Okay, therefore, when a company makes a pro rata allotment, it has to be very conscious because the excess money received at the time of application will be adjusted towards the allotment stage itself. Okay, so if there is any money left, if there is any excess money left after adjusting it towards the application stage and then the allotment stage, then only the money moves on to the call stage. Because during issue of shares, we all know that there are different stages of issue. We have application stage, we have allotment stage, and we have call stage. Sometimes the call stages can also be like first call, second call, or the first call itself can be the final call, or it can move on to the second call or third call where it becomes the final call. And this the call stages depends upon the discretion of the management, as and when they require money, they can call for to the shareholders to pay the money which they have applied for. So in simple, pro rata allotment is a basis of allotting shares in proportion to the shares that were applied for actually to the public. So hope you all understood what is pro rata issue of shares. We shall quickly have a glance into a small problem which would enhance us in understanding what is pro rata issue of shares in a better possible way. So here is a problem. They say A Limited issues 20,000 shares of rupees 10 each at a premium of rupees 2 per share, and the payment was made as follows, wherein rupees 2 is received during application, rupees 5 during allotment, which includes premium, which means that the actual allotment money is rupees 3 because 2 rupees is the premium. So therefore 3 plus 2 giving you 5 rupees during allotment stage, 3 rupees during the first call stage, and 2 rupees during the second and final call stage. They have additionally told that the applications that A Limited received was for 40,000 shares. Now, out of these 40,000 shares, now this 40,000 share is where you get the concept of oversubscription into picture. The company actually issued only 20,000, but how much has the public applied for? They have applied for 40,000 shares. So this difference of 20,000 shares is said to be oversubscribed. Now, applications for 10,000 shares were rejected and allotment were made proportionately to the remaining applicant. Okay, so the directors also made all the call money, and they have also clearly told us that except for 900 shares during the final call, all the money were received. So we have to underline that point where 900 shares money is not being paid by the shareholders during the final call stage, and therefore these 900 shares were forfeited, and the management out of that 900 shares has reissued 600 shares at rupees 7.5 per share as fully paid. They have asked us to pass the journal entries for the above transaction. So hope you understood what do you mean by issue of shares with partial pro rata allotment, wherein 20,000 share is what the company asks for, 40,000 share is what the company or the public applies for to the company. Out of that 20,000 oversubscribed shares, the company has decided to retain only 10,000 share and reject the remaining shares to the applicant itself. Okay, so before we go on to the journal entry, please make sure that you by heart the journal entries for application stage, allotment stage, and call stage, which would help us in understanding the concept better. So now the format for journal entry is given, where we have serial number, particulars, ledger folio, a debit column, and a credit column. So as usual, the first entry would be for application stage, where the money is being received. So the entry would be bank account debit to share application account, where 40,000 shares has been applied by the public. Therefore, 40,000 and the application stage money is rupees 2. So 40,000 into 2, 80,000 being money, application money received by the company. Now, after you receive money, the second entry would be to transfer the application money received to the share capital account. So the next entry would be share application account debit to share capital account to bank account. So how much money is received during application stage is 80,000, out of which they are returning back some of the money also during the application stage itself. So therefore, the application money would be only 60,000, wherein 40,000 would be transferred to the capital account out of the money received, and 20,000 is being returned back. So being application money transferred to share capital account. So by these two entries, we have completed the application stage. Moving on to the third entry of allotment stage, where allotment money is due, the entry would be share allotment account debit to share capital account to share premium account. Because in the question, they had clearly told that during the allotment stage, rupees 5 is received, including premium. Therefore, we are including the premium entry here. So the shares applied for is allotted for is 20,000 shares into rupees 5, giving you 1 lakh. Out of that 5 rupees, 3 rupees is the actual allotment money and 2 rupees is the premium money. Therefore, 3 rupees and 2 rupees is being divided. To share capital account 60,000, to share premium account 40,000. After this entry in the fourth stage, we are going to transfer the share allotment money which is due as being received. Therefore, the entry would be bank account debit to share allotment account. So So bank account, we are going to receive 20,000 shares at rupees 5 per share. So bank account debit 1 lakh to share allotment account 1 lakh, being allotment money received. Now the next entry would be for the first call stage, where the call money is rupees 3 per share, and they have clearly told that all call money is being received except for the final call. Okay, so there would be no change in the first call stage. Firstly, we'll write an entry for due and then for the money being received. So the fifth entry would be share first call account debit 60,000 to share capital account 60,000, being share first call money due. Now the next entry as usual would be for share first call money being received. The entry bank account debit to share first call account, being share call money received. Now the next entry would be for second and final call stage for the money becoming due. So the entry would be share second and final call account debit to share capital account, wherein 20,000 shares is received and the final call money is rupees 2. So 20,000 into 2, you get 40,000. Okay, narration being share second and final call money due. What would be the next entry? The next entry would be for receiving the final call money. Now in the question, I had asked you to make a note that they had clearly told that out of all the call money stages, 900 shares money is not being received during the final call stage. So out of the total number of shares, during the final call stage, when money is being received, you will receive money for lesser number of shares, wherein 900 shares money is not being paid by the shareholder. So the entry would be bank account debit to share final call account, where the number of shares would be 19,100 only, because the total number of shares is 20,000. Out of 20,000, 900 share money is not being made. Therefore, 19,100 into 2 rupees per share during the final call stage, giving you 38,200, being share final call money received on 19,100 shares only. Okay. Now, the next stage would be for where these 900 shares money is not being received. Hence, what is the company doing? The company is forfeiting these shares. So we would pass an entry for forfeiting the shares for which the money is not being received or paid by the shareholder. The entry would be share capital account debit to forfeited shares account to share final call account. So how many shares the money is not being paid? 900 shares. The total share money is rupees 10. So 900 into 10, 9,000, and the forfeited shares becomes 6,300, and the balance goes to share final call account 2,700. Now, what is happening to the forfeited shares? These forfeited shares are being reissued by the company, where out of the 900 shares that were forfeited, only 600 shares are being reissued. Okay, so we would pass an entry for reissue of shares, wherein 600 shares are being reissued for rupees 7.5 per share. So the entry would be bank account debit, share forfeiture account debit to share capital account. So in bank account, okay, let's assume it's issued for 8 rupees per share. So in bank account, we would receive 8 rupees. Therefore, 1,000 into 8, 4,500. How much goes to share forfeiture account? 2 rupees goes to share forfeiture account. Therefore, 1,000 into 2, 1,500. So with this, we have recorded all the entries for issue of shares on pro rata basis. Thank you all for your patient listening.